Well, this rare disease affects an estimated 30 million people living in the U.S., which is about 1 in 10 Americans.
And there's a new film called The Unknown. The creator hopes it sheds light on a group of rare blood cancers. Check it out.
Thanks, First Coast Living, for having us on today. I'm real excited to be here, real excited to talk about a documentary I was featured in about a rare blood cancer called polycythemia vera. The documentary is called The Unknown. And a little bit about how I became part of the documentary. You know, after I was diagnosed with polycythemia vera, which is a rare chronic blood cancer, I quickly became to realize how important awareness was. And awareness not only for the individuals that are currently living with it, but awareness for the individuals that have yet to be diagnosed that might be feeling some symptoms. So very recently I became comfortable talking about my story publicly, and I joined an awareness program through MPM Voices, voicesofmpm.com, and it was through there that I was contacted by Cynthia Wade, who is an Academy Award-winning director, where she asked if I would help put a national spotlight on people living with MPNs and how they deal with it. And so through our partnership with Insight, you'll see very clearly and vividly unique experiences of individuals that are dealing with MPNs, myeloproliferative neoplasms, how it impacts their life and how they move forward with it. You know, it's through this documentary that I really want to create awareness. I was diagnosed quickly. It's not always the case because it's a rare disease. Usually there's a winding, confusing road for patients that are ultimately diagnosed with this disease. So I really want to create awareness. I want people to understand what the disease is, what the symptoms are, because they could be ignored, which is the worst thing that you could possibly do. I want you to get educated, and I want people to know that there's help.
It's a complicated disease because of the path to diagnosis, because of the different symptoms that people experience. Some people will have itching, others blurred vision, bone pain, all kinds of different symptoms. And also their current life situation will impact how they are handling the disease. But what I really want you to come away from today's talk is that there is hope for people who have been diagnosed with an MPN, and they can have a good quality of life. People are not alone. There's a large community of support for people living with NPNs, and that through education and communication with your healthcare team, you really can gain control over both the diagnosis and your illness. We want to drive you to the voicesofnpn.com website, where there's a lot of additional information and resources available to you.
Yeah, and so you could see my documentary called The Unknown, and it's part of a series of documentaries on voicesofmpn.com. There's a lot of great resources, there's a lot of great materials, and please get educated, get help, and get involved.
Well, thank you to Insight Corporation for sponsoring this segment.